Alright everybody, welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. This is a YouTube channel where a man in a freaking Cookie Monster shirt is going to teach you more about personal finance and building wealth than a financial advisor. Alright? So, today we're going to talk about the upcoming presidential election in the United States and how it's going to affect the stock market, okay? Now, I keep looking around social media and I keep seeing all these crazy opinions about what's going to happen to the stock market. And it got me thinking. I was like, well, if most people are long-term investors and they don't worry about short-term fluctuations in the stock market, why are so many people worried about the election? And then it dawned on me. Most people are not long-term investors. Most people just want to buy the hot stocks, bro, or trade options, or buy Tesla, right? That's the average American. And if you're a short-term trader and you're worried about short-term fluctuations in the market that you can't predict, then the election is actually important. But let me tell you, if you're actually intelligent and you take the long perspective and you're not worried about short-term events and how they may affect the stock market, then you're going to be fine. And you won't be stressed about what's going to happen with the election. All right? So, prediction number one. I don't know what's going to happen. But I'll tell you what. It doesn't freaking matter, okay? Let's say Joe Biden gets elected and the market crashes 5%. Well, I mean, it'll go back up eventually, right? I mean, as long as he doesn't destroy the entire U.S. economy, which he's not going to do. Is it possible that in the next couple months or years that the market may recover? Maybe. And if it does crash, wouldn't that be a good buying opportunity to buy more stocks because of a short-term crash? Yeah, I think it is, okay? Now, if you look at the history of the U.S. stock market, it's had ups and downs, but over time, it always goes up because it broadly reflects the growth of the U.S. economy over time, okay? And America's been through some bad crap, okay? We had World War I, we had the Spanish flu, we had World War II, the Great Depression, Vietnam, all that crap. And we had way more liberal, left-wing presidents than frickin' Joe Biden. Way more, okay? Have you heard of FDR? And all his freaking government programs that he passed during the Great Depression? Have you heard about Lyndon Johnson and the Great Society? Yeah, those guys were the spearhead of some serious expansions of government, okay? And even through all that BS, through all those wars and all the big government power grabs, the stock market still kept going up and up and up over time, okay? Now you compare that to Joe Biden, who's basically a freaking neoliberal. Okay? He's not Bernie Sanders, and he's not a stealth invader of communism, okay? The communists are not winning. They're freaking losers, all right? They're about 1% of the population. You don't need to stress about Joe Biden. And you don't need to stress about the stock market. Number one, if you're a long-term investor, it doesn't freaking matter. If it goes down, cheap stocks. If it goes up, whatever. Keep buying as normal. Whatever you want to do, okay? I'm sick of these articles, man. I'm sick of this BS. It needs to end. Short-term fixation on market fluctuations isn't going to lead you anywhere. It's the road to damnation. And if you're worried about whether your portfolio will crash, then maybe your asset allocation, how you divide your portfolio, is not actually suited to your risk tolerance, okay? Or it's not diversified enough. For example, let's say you're worried that the stock market in the U.S. might crash 10%, and you're scared that you might sell your stocks because you freak out. Well, if you had bonds in your portfolio, and international stocks, and different types of stocks in the U.S. that track different indices, maybe your portfolio wouldn't be so exposed to the results of the U.S. election, okay? It's all about diversification and risk tolerance, and not worrying about short-term fluctuations, okay? I am a freaking genius. All right? I don't read any of those articles. I don't care. I think America is going to be richer, wealthier, whatever in 30 years. And that's all I care about. All right? So calm down. Don't worry about Joe. Don't worry about the God Emperor. Just calm down. It's going to be okay. Don't change anything in your portfolio. If your portfolio suits you, keep it. And you'll be fine. Trust me, okay? You guys have a wonderful day. Oh, and like and subscribe too.